Hello, everybody. God bless each and every one of you. I'm going to just get into this video because I got this on my mind and I don't want to forget it. I want to talk about separation of church and state. We hear this a lot when the government, and in this case, mostly Democratic side of government, wants to attack the church. They love spouting the separation of church and state, just as they love using the Constitution when it goes their way, when they want to, or the Bill of Rights, but other than that, they toss it aside as old and outdated. Now, why am I bringing up separation of church and state? I'm bringing it up because I truly believe, first and foremost, I've said this on many occasions, I truly believe we are mired in the end times. I believe we are right in the midst. Now, how long? The thing is, our time is not God's time. We measure times by seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years, decades, so on, so on. That is man-made time. God does not go by that. So, how far along we are, you can read Revelations, you can study Revelations, you can get a decent idea of the things that you're seeing occurring out in the world. And the church is now being separated. They are now separating the church from the people. They're trying to make the church, and again, when I say church, you and I, they are trying to make us look like we are hate-filled, like we are, their favorite word of the day, racist. Because first and foremost, we believe that abortion is murder. Abortion is killing God's precious innocent infants in the womb. And some even talk about after birth murder or abortion. And we believe as Christians that marriage is a man, a woman, in holy matrimony before God Almighty. Okay? They don't. So they have been attacking the church. And it's been getting worse and worse as we progress into the future. And it is going to get to the point where Christians are and will be persecuted in these United States worse than it is now. It is going to get much, much, much worse. This is why I always say to try to stay as close to the Lord as you possibly can, because it's that important that you must stay close with God because of the time we are living in today. The attacks are going to start progressing. They're going to start coming more and more, faster and faster. We're already seeing 2 ministers, I believe, if I'm wrong, I apologize. I believe it's New York. They will most likely spend several years in prison because they did not want to lock their church up, shut their church up, bar the people from coming in a time of need to worship God. And now they are facing prison time. The pastor and the assistant pastor of this church, this is nothing, my friends. This is just the tip of the iceberg, as they say. This is just the beginning. We will see. As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be with the second coming of the Son of Man. We are seeing this. In days of Noah, men were so wicked. They were so vile, so full of hate, greed, lust, power hungry, whatever. They were so wicked that God destroyed the earth and everything upon it. This is why Noah took 2 of every animal and then was repopulated by Noah, his family, his children, so forth and so on. We know God said he would never flood the earth like that again. But we are seeing these people attacking God's church. Last week, I believe I mentioned this. Last week there was a panel on CNN. Now the reason I bring CNN up is because CNN is a perfect barometer of the way the left is thinking in America today. When you hear the way they speak and the things that's coming out of their mouths, this is what the rest of that part of America believe. This is what they want to have happen. So it's a good barometer. Even though it's very hard to stomach, it is a good barometer to see where their trains of thought, where their minds are at in this day and age that we are now living in. They had a panel of I don't know how many people, 4 or 5 people, and they said along the lines of, if the church does not get in line with the progressive values of America today, i.e., the church does not start accepting abortion, the church does not or opens up to other types of matrimony, that if they cannot accept and open their doors to their progressive values, then the churches need to be shut down. And the panel was just like a line of bobbleheads all bobbing their head up and down in full agreement. This is where their mind is at. This is why I say it's a good barometer to see what that part of the country is thinking and wanting to occur. We, as Christians, must lean upon God in these times. We must trust in God that He will guide and deliver us from these evils. But first and foremost, I do believe we are going to start seeing the church attacked more and more now, especially with the gentleman that now resides in the White House. We've already seen him sign more executive orders in 1 week than any president ever, and he's still slinging them out. I mean, it's like a machine, just signing that line. He already overturned one order for the military. You can find it yourself. I'm not going to bring it up. I'd like to have this video actually shown. And we are seeing this more and more. And you know what? It really is as it was in the day of Noah. It truly is. If you don't agree with me, I would say take a good look at the wickedness we see in this nation. Take a good look at the hatred. Take a good look. We know hatred does not come from God. It comes from Lucifer, who was ejected from heaven with 1/3 of the angels because he thought he was the man. He wanted to be the man. God Almighty. And we know what happened with him. He was tossed out. Be prepared. Every single day you wake up and walk out of your front door, be prepared. Pray. Stay prayed up. Read your word as best and as much as you possibly can. And it is important to attend church, because without us, there is no church. We must lean upon God in these times and not be scared. You're going to start hearing some very scary rhetoric coming from that side of America. I promise you, you will. We already heard it. I just gave you a perfect example. But we're going to start hearing much, much more. And that is when we need to cling to God more than we've ever clinged to God. Because without Him, you're lost. You're lost. It's a done deal. You're lost. My friends, that's all I have for you right now. Please pay attention to what's going on around you, as I know you probably are, as I'm sure you are. So, just take care of yourselves. Be safe. Pray for one another. Most importantly, pray for this nation, because we need it. We need it bad. God bless everybody. Take care. I'll see you probably Sunday. Bye-bye.